Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another edition of Coffee and Comics. Last week, we didn't do one because it was my birthday week-ish thing, so I didn't feel like doing one. But today, we have another person that has a birthday and is graciously enough.
I do have a birthday.
Yes, graciously enough wants to spend his birthday doing this show with me. It's Jeramie Clark.
Hi.
And what do you do, Mr.?
I am the host and writer and editor and producer on Anidiot's Array on the TBP network.
Yes, that you could also check out on the website. Where can they check them out, Dan?
tvpstudios.net. Hello.
Okay. That's Dan from the Dan Sucks podcast. But
He's here being the handler, making sure I don't say anything inappropriate.
right,
Represent the channel properly.
exactly.
I'll fine you $0.
He's
Okay.
my FCC.
Yes. All right. So we hung out at Stockton Con.
Stockton Con.
How good was that?
Stockton Con was awesome. It was super surprising. I feel bad saying that, but like,
What Stockton?
no, it's Stockton, so
Yeah.
it was very, very surprising, very well put together. I think I even saw one of the wrestlers that was there said that it was the most well put together con he's ever been to, and most well run, and everyone was super friendly. So
That's good. That was good. And so now, how many? When you make your videos, what's your process? Like, do you think, okay, what do you do when you go into the con? Like, how do you plan it?
for the most part, I try and think of like a question beforehand, like one question that I can ask everybody that I talk to, so that there's like a cohesive
Right.
element. And then we kind of just eyeball it. We like some cons we go to and we'll interview the guests. Kind of depends on who the guests are.
Right.
Kind of depends on how available they are. And then some cons we'll just interview people on the floor. Cosplayers a lot. Our show's big on cosplay. And then we'll ask them the question, and then we'll kind of just shoot the breeze with them for a while, and and then I get home and I do all the editing, and then I will pick out what I like best, and I don't know, you've been on it before.
Right. Just string it all together and make it an amazing.
Yes,
show.
just kind of like it's like a big puzzle
Nice.
that I take too long to do, according to the rest of my crew.
According to someone that we
Yes.
know.
I take far too long to do the show. He tells me I don't have to be such a perfectionist, but I do have to be a perfectionist. I can't help it.
There's nothing wrong with that. But okay. So when you go, how do you plan on like what con to go to? Like, what do you just go like? Okay, I want to go to this one, and this one, or do you like give yourself a set con list for like a year and just pick and choose?
When we first started, we actually I don't think even knew that we were going to be doing almost exclusively right now cons, and wasn't our goal to do almost exclusively cons, and we're going to be branching out now that the season's kind of coming to a close. We keep our eyes out for ones that interest us, that intrigue us, that have interesting guests that we want to go to. But no, I do have a list for next year, like, a dream list that I want to go to, like, Dragon Con and PAX and all the big ones. But for the most part, it's just kind of the three of us, my director, Katie Conant, and my cameraman, Terry Zellers. We just kind of keep an eye out for things that interest us.
Nice.
Like, we went to Santa Rosa Toy Con, which was, at a fairgrounds, but it was amazing. Like, it was cool. It's just kind of what's interesting.
Nice, because there's a lot of cons popping up, obviously, now.
Yeah.
Because they're not used to be they used to be Chicago, San Diego, New York, Houston, and LA, and that was it.
That was it?
And that was San Francisco. So it was about
WonderCon was in San Francisco, yeah.
So there was about 10. Now that Wizard World just got a hold of like conventions. Now there's a Wizard World like
Traveling Circus Con?
Yeah, everywhere.
Yeah.
And now there's like a Long Beach Con. There's a Chico Comic Con coming up.
Is there really?
Yes.
I'm gonna have to go to that. I like Chico.
Yeah, there's a San Francisco made a dumb mistake and scheduled the wrong thing when WonderCon was supposed to come around. So now Anaheim has WonderCon.
Yeah, which I think San Francisco, they need to get WonderCon back.
It's not going
And
anywhere.
if they can't, then can we have it?
No, it's not going anywhere.
Can we have WonderCon?
It's not going anywhere. Anaheim, I think they're going to be at Anaheim for a while.
Yeah.
Because not only is it close enough for great celebrities, but it's close enough for a lot of people that live in LA to,
Yeah.
if they can't go to Anime Expo.
Yeah, they have
Wonder-
Kamikaze. We can have WonderCon back.
Well, but and there's San Diego Comic Con that's kind of getting a little
Overwhelming.
bit, a little overwhelming, and I mean, granted, I'm gonna go again next year, but at the same time, it's kind of at that point where it's like, I've been to Comic Con now, so time to try something else out, kind of thing,
We had an interesting experience. I think the whole TBP crew had this experience. Where last year, me and Dan and Terry and Katie and Josh, we all went to Comic Con, and it was our first SDCC. So it was like Candyland, like it's just so much fun. Never been to. I've been to local cons a lot and stuff, and then we spent this whole year going to different cons. Like, this is the first year that I've actually devoted to going to all sorts of different cons, from small to medium to large. And SDCC just didn't feel as
big anymore.
Candyland as it did last year. You start noticing people don't really act very nice here, the con etiquette thing.
Yeah.
It's still great. It's still fun. It's still one of a kind. But it wasn't.
It's getting more. It's getting more of a Hollywood circuit kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. Pop culture con.
Yeah, but at the same time, like everyone says, it's pretty awesome.
Oh, it's amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, if you can go.
Yeah, if you can go, it's amazing. All right, so when you go to, let's say, SAC Anime, now clearly SAC Anime is a slightly smaller one than a regular
10,000 people.
Yeah, slightly small.
Slightly small.
But
240,000 people.
Yeah, that's only if you can do math, that's pretty big. No,
yeah.
But obviously, you can do a lot more at that kind of a convention that you can't do at San Diego.
Right.
Because I know you and me try to find each other in San Diego, and there was no. But do you for those kind of conventions? Do you know what you're already going to do, or do you just wing it?
SAC Anime is awesome because they've always taken care of us. They've been taking care of us since we started. I mean, all of us. I mean, just today he's like, oh, you want 9 press passes? Okay, cool. And there's a lot of freedom because it's our area. We know everybody.
Right.
We can plan things, and we do have a lot of things planned for summer. And we actually had a lot of things planned for SDCC. It just didn't work out because you get down there and you're just kind of overwhelmed.
Yeah. Basically, and dehydrated.
Yeah, and dehydrated. It was so hot this year. And, but SAC Anime, I personally have now realized that I'm looking more forward to SAC Anime than I was SDCC.
Yeah, me too.
Because it's all the people we know.
Right.
It's all the great local artists and local comic book, stores and writers and companies but it's a big venue. It's a big con. It's just not quite
San Diego.
Well,
I don't think Sacramento could ever handle San Diego type people.
See, when I look at where the convention center is and where downtown is, they could easily turn the downtown area into what they turn the Gaslamp into during Comic Con. But the infrastructure would probably collapse a little bit with that many people descending upon it. Yeah. Maybe in 5-6 years when the arena's done and there's a little bit more, but
that traffic hopefully that traffic won't be going on that weekend, because if that's happening, then that's gonna.
Wizard World did prove that we can
do it.
We can do it,
but we just need to open more of the convention.
Mm-hmm.
But the Wizard World, they said next year that Wizard World is taking over the entire convention.
Yeah, I heard that they were very impressed with the turnout.
So, that's gonna be great to have an actual
And I like Wizard World. I think that they're filling a niche that wasn't existing before with the whole traveling thing. But at the same time, there's this part of me that kind of wishes that the local boys, the SAC Anime crew, they could just escalate to that level of Wizard World. And then
I think it will. It just needs more of a push, more of
for sure.
Guys, check this out. But at the same time, you kind of just don't want to, because it's so nice.
It's homey.
And it's so still kind of empty a little bit to where you can
you can
do
move.
everything. Yeah. So for SAG Anime,
okay,
what is Idiot's Array, and what do you have planned for
I'm keeping some of it a secret
Okay.
because
Tell me the stuff you can.
in the videography world, especially with I've noticed in the con videography world, ideas are like candy that people will take from you.
Tell me the things that you can tell me.
I can tell you that we are going to be playing a game with cosplayers on the floor all 3 days.
Nice.
That's going to be a lot of fun. We are going to shoot it. We always do a cosplay video at the big cons we do, so we'll be doing the regular regular cosplay video with some mix-ups. I just got new Steadicam, stuff like that. And then we'll be doing our interviews, because SAC Anime always graciously helps you schedule interviews with their guests, and I'm really excited because Mark Shepard's there, and Camilla Livingston, and there's some big names that I love there, so we're gonna have a lot of fun. We got a lot of fun going. Oh, and we're also doing on to be determined the nights. Either gonna be Friday night or Saturday night. Okay. Kind of trying to decide if I want to step on the Starlight Ball's feet or not, because it might be a different crowd. But we're gonna be doing a post-SAC Anime Midtown Downtown pub crawl.
That sounds amazing.
Which everyone's invited to.
Yes.
It's gonna be a lot of fun.
I'm going.
And
I think I'm just going to wear my Assassin's Creed Noir.
Yes, do Assassin's Creed Noir.
Because it feels that way.
Yeah, I love the Assassin's Creed Noir one. We had a lot of fun making Dick Tracy jokes the entirety of Falcon Con.
Yes. Because everyone thought I was dressed as Dick Tracy.
Yes.
But I don't look like Dick Tracy.
It doesn't look like Dick Tracy.
No. It doesn't help that I bought a Dick Tracy comic book, though.
Yeah, you did kind of perpetuate that.
I did, but But it's true about the whole, throwing these ideas out and then people... Yeah, because I came up with a cool idea for doing traffic reports.
And we stole it immediately.
And conventions.
We stole it immediately.
It'd be hilarious to do that.
But no, we stole it in the sense that we're like, yeah, Jay, we should do that with you.
Right.
Which we should do.
Yeah, because I think that would be hilarious to just have a news team. One of those Ron Burgundy kind of news teamy kind of things. Yeah. And just have a traffic report of what the traffic in the convention is. Yeah. Which would be hilarious.
You're like, I'm getting blocked here by this guy dressed as Pikachu.
Yeah, or just
he's too busy ogling that Lara Croft.
Or just be let's see here, the Will Wheaton booth is being clogged up by a overzealous fan that is, something like that. Yes. I'll work it out. But it would be hilarious.
It would be really good. I think we should do it. I think that should be an integrated Anidiots Array special segment.
Yes, it'd be amazing. So, now, what got you into all this? Are you into comic books, or are you just into, more comedy, and comic books is, a sad thing?
Comic books have always been a thing that have been around in my life. I'm never going to claim to be the biggest comic reader. Right. I was actually thinking about this today. A kid with as severe ADHD as I had, the comic format was always hard for me because you'd start reading, and it takes a lot of energy to, focus. And by the time you're focused, it's over. So I was big into graphic novels. I read, not huge, but, if I read in that format, it's graphic novels. And then also, I'll admit this, and I might get thrown out of the store, I read a lot of Wikipedia, plot synopsis for, arches. Right. For, big, long, series. So, there's that. I've always loved it. I appreciate the art and the storytelling. It's just I generally, because of my brain going in 900 different directions, have to appreciate it separately. Right. And then on top of that, I've always been into comedy. I've always been into comedy since I was a little kid. And I've always been into filmmaking. Right. So, which is two great things. Two great things. And they combined. And it took a long time to develop. Do I want to make movies? Do I want to do this? Do I want to do that? And then I realized, no, I like having fun doing things like Huell Hauser or Anthony Bourdain or that kind of stuff. So that's what it came about. And then comic books were kind of just a pleasant side effect. Because I have seen your show. You have? I have seen your show before. You're one of 18 people. Apparently, I've seen your show, and I'm one of 18, and then I listened to this guy's thing, and apparently, I don't understand why you guys say that, because again, you make great videos. I appreciate that. And they're hilarious. And then I'm not going to turn the camera, but I'm going to. You make great audio podcasts, so I don't see why Thank you. I don't see why you guys are just no. You should
checking them out more, because I mean we all do these things because we love doing them, and not a lot of people realize how much work goes into doing all these things. But at the same time, it's not work for us.
It's
more
not work. It's play.
It's more play.
It's
and
play.
Basically, you get to go to conventions with a
Yes,
camera.
with a camera, and people want to talk to you because you have a camera.
Right, and you ask stupid questions.
Yes.
And they will answer them.
And we've met wonderful people.
Right.
I mean, Dan and I have been fortunate enough to make acquaintances with Josh Adams to the point where he has a nickname for us.
He has a nickname for most. If you watch this show, you probably watched either his or mine.
Right.
And Terry is our third member, and
But
he
he's
was
not here
Danger Terror. And every time we see Josh Adams, he always says it, and we're always missing one of the
Yeah,
three.
he always acknowledges you're missing one.
Yes, we've met some wonderful people.
Yes.
My girlfriend had an adorable little encounter with Josh Adams at SDCC where I introduced her.
Right.
And he's sitting there, and he usually, at least when I've seen him, and I think the third time we've seen him, maybe second time, he's sitting like at a table, and he's got all his wonderful, wonderful Doctor Who stuff out, and his other stuff. He's got portfolios you can look through and stuff. And then usually, like around the corner on the other side or something, his dad is sitting, doing his thing.
Neil Adams, right?
Neil Adams, obviously
Right,
Neil
right,
Adams.
right.
And my girlfriend, who, she's more into like sci-fi and stuff, she was talking to him about conventions, and he's been very good about telling us which conventions we really want to hit and stuff. And she goes, "Oh, have you been doing this a long time?" And he goes, "Oh, yeah, kind of since I was a little kid." And she goes, "Oh, do your parents do something in comic books or something?" And I just started cracking up because he's very, my dad's kind of a big deal.
Yeah,
and he's kind of a big deal. He's great.
Yeah. I mean, how many kids could be? Yeah, you know that Green Arrow comic you just read?
Yeah.
My dad did that.
My dad did that.
My dad did that one. Yeah.
And he's done he's worked on the opening titles of Eureka. That's when I geeked out over Josh Adams, and he does all that fantastic Doctor Who work.
I've seen that Doctor Who work.
It's great,
and it blows my mind.
Yeah, he does great. Because I've heard listening to him talk on Dan Sucks. He loves the character just as much as the rest of the Who fan base, and so he pours that love into.
It's just so amazing, that show.
Yes.
And it's coming back out on the 25th.
Oh, you ready?
Yes. I'm going to go see it in theaters.
You're going to go see it in theaters?
Yes.
I probably will, too.
Dan, you going to go see it in theaters?
Probably.
Are you caught up?
I am caught up.
Okay.
Yeah. Check out Dan Sucks for something big. I don't mean to plug, but we're going to have somebody who's very involved with it.
Really?
Very involved with it.
Really?
Well, let's see. Right there. That gallery right there, we're going to have the artist on, and he's a big Doctor Who fan. If you go to this gallery, you'll see lots of Doctor Who stuff in there.
The gallery over our shoulders.
Over our shoulders. I'm getting out of the way.
Yeah. No, what was it? Oh, I just saw an Instagram picture of Chris Hardwick with Capaldi, and I am assuming he was on the podcast.
Yeah, I bet he was.
And so Chris Hardwick is going to be doing a little before show.
That's Hardwick's third Doctor that he's had on.
Yeah, and I listened to the Clara one, and that was.
Oh, did he have her on too?
Yeah, that was great.
I have not been listening to Nerdist lately.
But you're busy.
I'm busy.
You're busy doing the cons.
I love both his Tenet and he had Matt Smith on twice.
Right.
I love both of those.
Yes.
And then John Barrowman, of course.
Oh yeah, John. Who does not love John Barrowman?
Yeah, he likes to talk to people about his penis. And I love him. I adore him.
Man enjoys talking about his penis.
Yeah, except for he's not the one who 40 million people might have. Just putting that out there.
All right. All right. So, okay, now that it's your birthday, first of all, how old are we turning?
Can I just say 21?
I can say 21, and actually, people go, "Oh yeah, I see that."
I'm 28.
So I'm older than you.
Are you?
I'm 29.
Oh, okay.
Just turned 29 last week.
Yeah, last week.
So I don't look 29.
No, you don't. I do, apparently, because I don't get carded.
I've been carded since... I'm pretty sure I'm going to get carded a lot.
I didn't get carded on my 21st birthday.
Really?
The first time I bought beer, I went to Winco, and I was all excited, and I'm all ready.
Yeah.
And then she didn't card me. And I was like, awesome.
I got a drink and got carded me immediately.
Oh, and did you say happy birthday?
Yes. After he's like, "Oh, happy birthday."
And the police officer that almost arrested me on my birthday said happy birthday. And didn't arrest me because it was my birthday.
Sweet. Must have been doing something.
No, I wasn't. I was just with people that weren't.
Okay.
Guilt by association.
All right. So, apparently you couldn't sleep last night?
I was up pretty late last night watching Robin Williams movies.
Yes, because it's a sad day.
Sad. That was a bad day.
Yeah.
It was not my favorite day.
No, I don't think it was anyone's favorite day.
Yeah.
Because when anyone that influences our lives,
That heavily?
yes,
Yes.
passes away,
Yes.
it's a little rough. A little rough.
A little bit.
A little bit. Because, I mean, clearly, my two favorite movies are Mrs. Doubtfire and Hook.
Yeah. I'm very, very fond of Good Will Hunting and Hook and so many of The Birdcage. I was watching The Birdcage day before yesterday. It's a great movie. And everything he's done.
Oh, yeah. I've seen this. I watched his stand-up this morning at work when I wasn't supposed to be. But, I get bored of it. No, but when my mom got me the Hook sword.
Oh, yes.
As a kid, and there was a bell in it.
I do remember the Hook sword.
Yeah, and so every time it went like this, ding, and I'm like, so that day I had the sword, and I was watching the movie, and we will fast forward. By the way, this kids nowadays, we used to have to rewind stuff or fast forward.
2 reels.
Yeah,
and then
we couldn't just look up online the scene.
Things were on magnetic tape.
Yeah. So I fast forward to the fighting scene, and I follow along with my sword. As he was fighting along, it was pretty awesome. Because the ding was going along with his ding.
What I remember most fondly from Hook is when they start imagining their food.
Right.
And it's bowls of frosting and donuts, and they're just eating bowls of frosting.
Yeah. It's that's not really healthy.
Yeah. They're just children on their own. Not actually eating,
right?
Because they're just imagining the food,
right? And so they're completely starving.
Somehow it's sustaining them.
Yeah. Somehow they're like, "Oh, I'm full. I had chicken. I'm good." Yeah. But I mean, nowadays people at conventions are dressing up like Rufio.
Oh my gosh, that the guy that I follow on Instagram that I've had on Idiots twice, Rufio _Lost Boys He does the best Rufio I've ever seen. It's so good. He gets super into. He's got all bones, and it's awesome.
And I remember when Rufio died, and I was just the first time I actually saw someone. I was just
right. See, the thing about Hook is that whole movie's fun and games and whimsy and all that stuff. Even them putting the pirate that's really Glenn Close in the blue box with the scorpions.
Right.
And then you get through this whole movie, and then Captain Hook murders a child. And then you're like, well, it just took a really dark turn.
Actually, it got real fast.
Got real. Everyone was playing, kind of.
Right.
And then all of a sudden he kills a kid.
That got super real when I was a kid.
Yeah, I remember being like, wow, they just killed Rufio.
Way to go there. Way to go. Wow.
So what I always wondered about Rufio was he one of the Lost Boys, when Pan was in charge and he was just younger and
I think he
doesn't remember him, or did he come later?
I think he was one of those kids that was a fan of Peter Pan, and then when he found out that Peter Pan left, he was so crushed.
Did he joined up?
No, he was so crushed that he just left everyone, and so he decided to take over and be I'll be better than Pan.
Well, do you think it's like Slayers and Buffy, or Lost with the island person where Tink went out and found Pan's replacement after he left?
I think so, yeah. But I think Tink was just listen, this is getting too real. We need the original back.
We need the original Pan back. Well, because they took his kids.
Yeah, that's true.
They took his kids.
And he was afraid of flying.
And he was afraid of flying.
And he would write checks.
Yes, and Wendy thought he was a pirate.
Yep.
Yeah, because he was a lawyer. Close
enough. But I think that was a great concept to take where it goes from Peter Pan as an adult and doesn't remember himself as Peter Pan, and you had a Lost Boy and you had Wendy, and they were making references, and then it just all came together at the end.
Yes, it all works out, and how he's married Wendy's daughter or granddaughter, married Wendy's granddaughter, and then she adopted orphans.
Right.
So she adopted him, and it was really cool. It was a very clever concept that surprisingly, and I don't think either of us knew this when we were kids, because we were kids, but it was like a bomb. That movie like bombed at the box
Please,
office.
I remember waiting at Blockbuster. Again, kids, you would go to a place that rented out movies, and you couldn't just get it on, Instant Watch or anything like that. So I remember when I heard of it come out, I went straight from school, rode my bike to Blockbuster, and went straight to grab the VHS tape. And it was like, this is gonna be a great night.
It was fantastic, like at Blockbuster, where they'd have like the movie,
Right.
like the box, but it was the
Right.
empty box, and then behind it,
It was
they had
the-
like
yeah.
5 copies, like in little plastic shells. That if it was gone, the movie was gone, and then you had
Right.
to go up front and you had to ask, "Did somebody return Hook yet?"
Yeah.
And they're like, "No, but we have Crimson Tide," and you're like, "I don't know, I don't want."
And they didn't come to see Crimson Tide. They came
Yeah.
to see
Yeah.
Hook.
Yes, my parents bought it for me, I think, for Christmas, and I wore that VHS into the ground.
Oh yeah. My mom bought the VHS and the sword, so I was just like,
You just like it's the Hook gift kit.
I also got the He-Man sword when I got the Hook sword as well.
I was into He-Man when I was really
Yeah.
young, but it wasn't one of those things that followed me all the way.
I literally looked at the 2 swords. I'm like, I have too much power here.
Too much power.
I need to be careful with this power. 10-year-old me is like, I need to be careful with this power. This is too much.
I had the big like mock toys that I had were I had a lot of those toy lightsabers,
Right.
but the proton pack
Oh, I
from
had that too.
Ghostbusters
Yeah.
that shot or had like the foam.
Yeah. I had that. My cousin got me.
Did you
that
bite
for-
it?
No.
I probably bit it as a kid.
No.
I was one of those kids that like chewed on their toys.
No.
And the trap.
The trap was amazing.
Did you have the house? Like they
Yes,
had
the Ghostbuster
they
house.
poured the slime in
Yes.
the roof,
Yes.
and it went through, which they probably had things that probably shouldn't touch.
Right. But no, I
remember how it
used that.
smells.
Yeah, I had the car too. I had the Ghostbusters car.
Yes, the car.
I used that base for so many action heroes.
Right.
bases.
It was like that became like
Yeah.
Avengers Tower
Oh,
and
yeah.
like
Ninja Turtles.
Wayne Manor, and it
Yeah.
just was everything.
I had a team up where Batman and the Ninja Turtles fought crime together.
What era of Batman was it as
It
far
was
as
the Tim
figures
Burton. It
go?
was the Tim Burton.
Tim Burton
Batman.
era Batman. I had a lot of Batman Forever toys. A lot of them. A lot of them.
Val Kilmer Batman.
I
too.
had the light up, like the Batmobile,
Right.
that you press the button in the back, and like the whole like
yeah, I had that one too.
whole-
Yeah, and then like
it lights up.
yeah, and then the little missile shoots
And
out.
he's like, "Oh, I'll get drive through."
Yeah.
The worst. Not the worst Batman, actually.
Right. But you know what was really awesome? My dad's grandmother got me the animated series, Batmobile.
Oh, which is so sleek and cool.
Oh, it was so.
And, like Art Deco.
Oh. And I thought that it was just awesome the way it was, because you could, just drive it, and then all of a sudden I saw this button on the side, and I'm like, what does this do? And I literally pressed it, and I pulled it out. I'm like,
Oh yeah, like converted.
and
I
yeah, it
remember
could
that.
turn it into the. I'm like,
Yeah, totally converted.
yeah. And then real life happened, and I'm not that excited about toys anymore.
Yeah.
As much as I was
Props
as a little
to
kid.
those people that are though.
Oh yeah. I mean, I'm excited for toys because
Yeah.
I just got a Starfire. I almost said Starlord. Starfire action figure, and I'm pretty stoked to get the rest of the Outlaws, but not as I was when I was a little kid.
I got a free action figure at Stockton Con in my bag, and that was exciting.
Yes,
And everyone else got Anakin, and I got a Clone Trooper
which is pretty amazing.
with oddly like low tech flamethrower. Like they got like lasers and like energy ball guns
Oh,
and
wow.
lightsabers, and then they're like, let's give that dude World War II technology.
But still, I mean, what other convention do you know that has done that yet?
No, that was amazing.
Yeah.
They're like, there's a free action figure, and I'm like, really?
This is amazing.
It's not even. It wasn't even like a Mick Foley action figure. Or anything.
No, it was
just-
Star Wars.
It was Clone Wars.
Right.
Good
Star Wars.
stuff.
It was,
yeah.
it was great stuff.
So way to go, Stockton Con.
Yeah. All right. We're coming close to the 30 minutes here. So what do you want people to know about your show, and why should they check it out?
You should check out Anidiot's Ray if you love conventions and you love cosplay, because we've gotten in pretty tight and we love all our cosplayers. I'm